How's everybody doing today? It's a rainy day where I am, but I had an interesting thought when I was driving in the car. I was thinking, just as we do, past events, random memories come up in your head. And I was thinking about this time where I was in a bit of trouble when I was younger, and I actually got attacked by some people when I was in my sleep. And even though there was 3-4 of them, a home invasion, burglary or something, I'm not actually quite sure, never found out who done it, but I was attacked quite badly, ended up in hospital. And while I was being attacked, there was a crack of light that came through the door, and I still to this day have no idea how, but I managed to crawl through the chaos and the violence and get out of the door and run to the local police station in my boxers, because I was attacked in my sleep. So I was in my boxers, but I managed to escape, and it just hit me that light, where did that light come from? It was 1 o'clock in the morning when it happened. I lived in a basement flat, just a bed sit, all in one room with a toilet, something very modest. But it was underground, and you had to go down these stairs to get to the door, the front door. And it was like a light. I clearly saw the light coming through a door that had been ajar. Whether it come from, I have no idea where it came from, but I followed the light and I got to safety. And then another memory hit me when I was younger, and I didn't want to wear armbands in the pool because I wanted to be a big boy, and I was about 6, and I lied and said I was great at swimming, and I kind of walked off, and I ended up sinking to the bottom of the pool. And when you're under the water, the first thing you do is you look up to the light, because the light is the safety. If you can make it back to the light, you're safe, you can breathe again. So you end up bouncing back. When you're under, I don't know if anyone's been deep under the water, but when you look up, the light eventually disappears. But if you've ever been jumping off cliffs or into the ocean or even into a swimming pool that's deep, it's dark down there and there's no light down there. No light, there's no life. And well, some things adapt to really deep conditions, obviously, but for us humans, we need to make it back to the light. And I believe that when we pass onto the spirit world, back to the spirit world, after this reincarnation is done, I believe that's all we have to remember, is to go back to the light. Just go back to the light and we'll be going back home. And it's so, for me, all these memories I have of times I was in danger, and the amount of times all I've done is I headed to the light and I was safe, and it saved my life. So maybe if you're ever in danger, look for the light. Isn't it crazy how when there's been like survival glow sticks invented, so if you get lost and you're out mountaineering or adventuring, you get lost in the wilderness and you're in trouble, you crack open the light and people look for the light. If you're looking for a rescue helicopter flying along, you look for the light in the sky, the boat on the ocean, the lights of the ship. Even when you're pulling in back home and you've been on a long trip away from home and you see the lights of your city or the lights of your town, it reminds you of home. If you're on a camping trip, you're out in the wilderness, you're out in the woods, and you see the glow of the fire, it makes you feel safe. It's the light. It's always the light that represents home and safety in every single situation I can think of. I can't think of a situation, unless you're in trouble or you're hiding from something and you need to be in the dark, I can't think of a situation where the light represents something bad ever in my life. It's always been light has meant home and safety, and I just thought it was really interesting. I just wanted to share that here. So on that note, I hope the light and the love of God reaches you today if you need it. Love you all, God bless, and take care. Speak soon.